Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV. I want to do an update for the first 3 months of the year. So basically this is the April update for January, February, March of 2012 here in the Las Vegas real estate market. So you probably have heard some people come out talking about the lack of inventory, AB 284, which is the political legislation that happened last year, and all these other terrible things that are going to kill the economy and destroy the real estate market and everything. And I just want to talk about those because I've actually got numbers here that explain that. So, the key factor of what is going to happen with prices and everything is really a function of supply and demand. Okay, we're either at equilibrium or we're not at equilibrium. So depending on where we are, the market always tries to get to equilibrium. So either the demand curve shifts in a way that causes prices to fall, or it shifts in a way to cause it to rise. And the supply curve is pretty much, you know, that can shift too based on supply. So without going into big economic explanation, I want to talk about the actual reality and the actual numbers. Okay, so right now you'd probably be surprised to find out if I told you there are over 20,000 homes on the market that have not sold. Okay, because you probably are seeing these 4,000, there's only 3,000, there's only 5,000, but they've segmented it all down. They're only talking about REOs, they're only talking about single-family homes. They've cut it out to make it seem worse than it is. 20,288 homes is the actual number. Now, some of those homes are under contract. Actually, about 13,000 of those homes are under contract. Okay, what that means is somebody wrote an offer, but it hasn't closed, and a lot of those fall out of contract, and so this sort of thought that there's not any houses out there is super misleading, because obviously there's 13,000 people out there under contract on a house right now. All right, and then some of those are investors. They have a few more than one house they're under contract on. All right, what that leaves is 7,142 houses, condos, townhomes, everything that's in an available status. Someone can write an offer on right away. Now, what's interesting about both that number is that's actually the normal, healthy number. We've been so used to having, in this industry, a ton of houses on the market for the last 4 or 5 years. Since 2006, we've had, you know, at any one time between 12,000 and 20-something thousand homes available. So you're probably saying, well, why is this bad? Isn't it good that this is getting absorbed? Because you're hearing that there's going to be another flood of REO this year. There's going to be more foreclosures. And it was interesting, a national article came out and said, yes, there's going to be more foreclosures, but everything's picking up and these things are going to get absorbed now. And they said even though they predict more REO this year than last year, they're predicting nationally prices come up. Here we're already seeing it. We have anecdotal information. We have the actual information. Prices are going up. Okay, you're probably saying, well, why? What is the big deal? Well, this is the big deal. The people that are making the accusations or the implications or trying to say that this is bad, this is a conspiracy and all this other stuff, many of them are in the industry, and many of them, it's easier for them to do their job when they have a bunch of houses on the market. This is why. You have a buyer, you take the buyer out to a house, okay? There's no offers on it. You write the offer, it gets accepted, you make a sale, you get a commission check, right? Or you can go to a house when there's 10 offers on it, write an offer, the offer not get accepted because there's, you know, you're competing with 9 other people, and you're going to be frustrated. So you're going to be upset, etc. and everything. So, you know, the problem really isn't. Look, if you bought a house last year, you scored, you killed it. Matter of fact, if you're looking at this today and you were sitting there 6 months or a year ago thinking, I'm thinking about buying in Vegas, you should have watched my videos last year and listened to what I said because you missed out. I've always said you can't time a real estate market. The transactional fees from going in and out of real estate are too much with all the taxes and commissions and everything that it costs. You can't go try to buy and sell short term, except for flipping, which is completely different. But you missed. I mean, last year, the deals that were around last year are gone. We have investors that are going, Todd, why can't you get me the houses like you got last year? I'm like, because they don't exist. They were all bought up. You want that house? $15,000, $20,000 more for that low-end house. Even the really low-end stuff, you know, those $30,000, $40,000 homes are $50,000, $60,000 now. So, this is not a bad thing that the inventory is down. 7,100 homes is a lot. When I pulled the numbers for the first 3 months of the year, January, February, March, I got about 12,000 sales. Well, if you multiply that times 4, that's 48,000 sales. That's just as many sales as there were last year. There will be inventory to cover it. It will come out. There will be more short sales. There will be more REO. There will be some investors who bought last year and the year before, who I told you have won in the short term, who will sell when they see the prices go up. Some of the people will just say, hey, I'm going to take my 20 grand profit and try to go to another market or do whatever. Or just take the cash. So this is not a terrible thing. Supply and demand rules this. The bottom line is, if prices go up, that's really good. It's good for everybody who bought. It's not good if you waited. You're just going to have to pay more. But interest rates are low, and it's, so that's just how it is. But I wanted to talk about this. It's not as big of a deal as everybody's making it. It's only a big deal if you were an agent working with a buyer and you are writing offers on, and getting 10, 20 other agents and clients also writing offers, and you're frustrated because it's harder for you to do your job when there's very little inventory. So, and it's also tough if you're a loan officer because you're helping a person go through the loan process, getting qualified, and then they're not able to find a house. So it can be frustrating for those people. I totally get it, So anyway, I just wanted to sort of give you an update, tell you what's going on, give you the anecdotal information, and explain the actual inventory. These inventory numbers haven't really changed that much. Despite what you hear, it's definitely biased. It's definitely skewed towards scaring people. I really don't know what the motivation is because it doesn't really give you any information to help. So anyway, that is my update for today, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.